Hi, Sharon. Hello, Sharon. Thank you for taking part in this. Hi there. I've got some questions for you. Okay, if you're ready. Great. So I just wanted to ask you, how did you get involved in this project? Well, a while ago at the Plymouth Life Centre, we went to a meeting right at the beginning, trying to encourage hearing and deaf buddies, and the support there. And that's really, they had a meeting, and that was how it first started, really, quite a while back. Okay, thank you. Why did you want to be involved? Really, I really love sport, and I always have done. um, and I was happy to help deaf people. I like going out and doing different sports. So what is your role? Are you a volunteer? What do you actually do? Do you organise sports or different activities for deaf people? What do you do? Really, I act like a role model, um, because, as I said, I love sport, and I can do a role model for other people to see me as a deaf person doing sport, and they think, oh, actually, I'm Sharon's doing it as a deaf person, mixing with the hearing community to do sport. Also, it's just supporting and being a mentor for other deaf people. So it'd be good to see more people like that, like you, Sharon. Yeah, definitely. So what part of the volunteering did you feel was rewarding, satisfying? What would you say? When others join, that is very satisfying. That's brilliant, brilliant feeling. I think that's because a lot of deaf people are isolated. Maybe they have health issues, maybe they don't, mental health issues, maybe they don't have friends. And for you to encourage them to be part of this, I think is really important. Absolutely, I agree. So, do you think you've gained any practical skills so far by being a volunteer? What have you learned? Well, for me, I've encouraged deaf people, to make them feel more part of the community, that they're working well together, and they can be together by doing sport. So, your background before, you said you love sport. So, what did you do before? So, before I doing sort of keep fit. So I do keep fit, workouts, and also aerobics. Sorry, I can't. It's difficult to spell that completely, but yeah, aerobics, swimming, and the gym. I used to do that. Yeah. So it shows that before this project, you were doing a lot of sports anyway. So that's brilliant. So it sounds like you really enjoy keeping fit, keeping active. Yeah, definitely, definitely. For me, it's really important to be healthy physically, and in terms of mental health wise as well, because afterwards you feel positive from the physical activity that you've done. So, how do you feel that volunteering's made a difference? So, for example, has it made you confident in meeting different people, or do you feel you're doing more sports and activities now than before? Or yeah, I'd say I am doing more at the moment. Well, so far and to date, I am doing more, um, because I'm doing it more online as well. Um, Obviously, I can do outside sports, but I'm doing mostly online now through Zoom, Facebook Live, different platforms really. So a lot of things are available online, which is great. So I do feel I'm doing more. Um, the Deaf Get Active Facebook page. They're always offering different opportunities. So yeah, lots there to see. Yeah, Mark's just saying, yeah, that's the same as me. I feel I'm doing more now online. because you can do it any time that suits you. Yeah, very flexible. Yeah, it is flexible. You can maybe think, I've got half an hour, let's quickly do this. There's something online that I can see and do. But sometimes that's difficult if you feel you have a commitment at the gym that you think it has to be the same time every week at the gym. But this, you can be more flexible and see what suits you. So do you feel more aware of the benefits of the sports and activities? I mean, I think it really helps in terms of your mental health, for relaxing and sleeping. Yeah, that's the same for me, Mark saying. I think that's really important to exercise. So, Sharon, have you met any new people? You've spent new time with people because of the Deaf Get Active project. Yeah, I'd say so. Not many, but yes, I have. And I think I hope to meet more. Maybe after the COVID-19, you're able to meet a lot more people, lots more opportunities. Yeah, definitely, I can start again with that. Do you feel like the time you've given makes a difference to people, to the members of the deaf community? Um, yeah, so for example, the Deaf Get Active, I've uploaded photos myself to that page. Um, and I thought of nothing, but then actually I didn't think much of uploading that photo, but then some people did contact me asking questions about that photo. They wanted to know more information. I realized, oh, that's really useful. You think it's just a photo, but actually that promoted the project and made people interested in what I was doing. Yeah, Mark's just saying, some people think, oh, no one's really doing anything, but if you put a video or photo up, people start to think, oh, actually they're doing something, maybe I could do something as well. So obviously you might feel like a buddy or a deaf role model to encourage more deaf people to do activities, would you say? Yeah, I definitely think there needs to be more deaf role models to encourage confidence, because you can go with one another, so that the deaf person doesn't feel so much on their own, but having that buddy with them helps them to be more confident. Like me, I've been confident by going with someone. So that was a role model for me, and we actually can support each other. It's not just one-sided. So I definitely think that having that buddy will improve confidence to do things. Like Mark saying, if you go to a club and there's only one deaf person, you're the only deaf person, it can be feel a bit isolating. But to go together, then it can help more to feel confident, and know what they're talking about, and just to support each other, really. So do you feel so far that the Deaf Get Active project has broken down any barriers? Before, you might have noticed some barriers and you thought it wasn't possible to do something. How do you feel it's improved access? Yeah, definitely. I think the deaf volunteers, obviously, we've all been working together to try to encourage people to do more activities, so that the deaf community can do their own sports. They've been trying to set up different sessions, different activities, which I've been involved with. So do you mean, like, for example, at the park runs? Yeah, exactly. So encouraging more deaf people to come and join in with the park runs. And obviously with lockdown, yeah, disappointingly that's had to stop, because that was really growing and there was so much interest and enthusiasm from the deaf community to go. And obviously it would have been good so far because we've had such good weather, but now, obviously we have to think about winter. It might be a negative because it's cold, but also it's good because it's cooler. So people will come back, don't worry. Do you feel sort of well supported as a volunteer? Do you feel? Yeah, I definitely feel supported. Like, I know that you, Mark, you've encouraged me to be a volunteer, and you've supported me when I had questions. We've worked together, and so I've been very well supported. Yeah. Oh, great! Thank you for saying that. Is there anything that you think we could improve about volunteers and the Deaf Get Active project? Is there any barriers that you feel that stopped you from doing something? Thinking about in the future if anything needs to be improved? I think number one is the communication. Um, issues like going to the gym, that can be an issue if, obviously if there's no one there signing. Um, but Deaf Get Active are helping gyms and sports providers to be more deaf aware. And that's made a massive difference. Yeah, definitely. We want to see more sports trainers, sports providers and gyms to be more deaf aware. Definitely. Have you had an opportunity to meet other deaf volunteers or other volunteers? Or is that something you'd like to see in the future happen, like a get together of volunteers? Yeah, the volunteers I've not met so much because I live in a different area to a lot of them. But I would love to have that opportunity to meet other volunteers and to work together more and have just share ideas really, to know, what are they doing, what am I doing, sharing that information and just to help each other. So definitely. Again, is sad because we should have had an event at the Life Centre where all the volunteers could have had a get together, and that was booked in, but that had to have been cancelled because of the coronavirus. Yeah, yeah, it's a shame. But Sharon was just saying I definitely like that opportunity, and Mark's just saying we will definitely organise that again in the future. So um, Deaf Get Active are using social media, texting, QR codes, and obviously networking within the deaf community. Do you think that's been useful? Has that been a good way of communicating with the deaf community? 100%. Deaf people really rely on social media, to read information, to look at videos, it can be on the laptop, on the phone, on the tablet, so absolutely. So how do you feel the online sessions are going with Kaz, like Keep Fit and all those sessions are really good because she can sign, which is amazing. It's brilliant. Or, if there's an interpreter who can interpret the sessions, obviously you've got access, so that's brilliant, really good. Yeah, hopefully there'll be more of those sort of things in the future. So how do you keep fit with the coronavirus at the moment? Well, like I said, just online, doing the keep fits. Also, my own workouts, so like sit-ups, like leg raises. So I do my own thing, but I also follow things online, like you said, with Kaz or YouTube videos. So have you encouraged friends and family to get involved with keeping fit? Absolutely, absolutely. Um, so I'm just reminding myself because I've made notes here, but for example, my mum, she's not deaf, but she's sort of looked on the internet, and I've looked on the internet, so I passed it on to my mum, and so she started to do the yoga, the park yoga, or the yoga, and so good for stretching. Obviously, she understands the benefits of the stretching for your muscles, and also my family's been involved as well. So it seems really positive for them, not just me. Oh, that's brilliant. That's really good to know. That's really good to know. So do you think you'll keep going? Do you think yeah, definitely. It's been going really well. Um, Also, we've been walking as well more, so more walks. Um, so I've been volunteering for Deaf Get Active. It's just made me think more about them as well, not just for deaf people, but also hearing people like my family, just trying to give them feedback about actually what could we do, and made me think about them, about their health as well, not just my own. Brilliant. Do you have any suggestions for Deaf Get Active, and you think what we could do more to encourage more deaf people to get involved or take part in the activities that we've got? Well, I think the workshops that you've been doing, I think there was one a while ago in Exeter. and that was good. Um, that was before I think I was joined, and I looked on Facebook and I saw that there was a workshop for deaf volunteers, and who wants to be involved in the gym, no, not the gym, sorry, to become a mentor. And also, yeah, the workshops, like I said, to encourage people to join a sports event when all people are getting together. Yeah. Brilliant. Do you have anything else you want to add? Yeah, I mean, I really hope that this project can continue, because it's helped so many deaf people. It's helped deaf people so much in terms of their mental health, being happier, being positive. As we discussed, they can be isolated. So I really hope this can continue, because I've seen a lot of benefits. So obviously with the deaf clubs, Mark's just saying, with the deaf clubs closing down, it can be a lack of things to do. So doing sport, and obviously, yeah, it's just sport in terms of health, but also in terms of meeting other people and having friends. Absolutely. So the sport seems to be, obviously the next thing, really. It's not really about the social clubs as we used to. It's more now seems to be like the sports centres. Seems to be a real social point for people. Like they've got cafes there, and so it's not just a gym anymore, is it? They've got cafes, restaurants where people can socialise and keep fit. Brilliant, thank you. Thanks so much. Great. Well, I hope I've helped. Thank you. I'll stop recording now. Thank you.